Good evening and welcome to Tuesday night's edition of Primetime News. I'm Michael Madimba. Firstly, we'd like to take this opportunity to congratulate the President, Dr. Hage Geingob, on the occasion of his 80th birthday, wishing His Excellency strength, good health, and divine blessings. In the lead tonight, Namibian sprinter Christine Mboma did the country and the continent proud as she became the first female athlete to win a medal for Namibia at an Olympics competition. Mboma ran a blistering new under-20 world record of 21.81 seconds in the women's 200-meter final in Tokyo, Japan. Namibia's other sprint queen Beatrice Masilingi gave it her all and finished 6th in the tightly contested race. Here's from Kapangawa sports journalist compiled this report.
Since competing at the country's first Olympics in 1992 in Barcelona, only Frank Fredericks has won silverware at the Games for Namibia, earning his last medal in 1996 at the Atlanta Olympic Games. Mboma came from behind to finish second in a time of 21.81 seconds in the 200-meter women's final race to break Namibia's 25-year Olympics medal drought. The 21.81 seconds also broke her own world under-20 record, African record, and Namibia's national record, which is set on Monday when she competed in the semi-finals. In the final, Elaine Thompson-Herah won the 200-meter sprint in 21.53 seconds, which is a new Jamaican national record and a personal best, while Gabrielle Thomas of the United States of America won the bronze medal in 21.87 seconds. Fellow Namibian sprinter Beatrice Masilingi, who also competed in the 200-meter race, finished in 6th position with a personal best of 22.28 seconds. Namibia, who had 11 athletes competing in 5 different sport codes at the ongoing Olympic Games, now has 2 more athletes left who will compete in the men's and women's marathon, scheduled for the 7th and 8th of August 2021. In an interview broadcast after the race, Mboma said it felt great to win a medal, noting it was completely unexpected. The teenager said, "I came here for experience and did not expect to win a medal, but it feels great to win because when I heard of the news that I could not compete in the 400-meter event at the Olympics, I decided to focus on the 200 meters. I am happy to take the medal to the land of the brave."
President Dr. Hage Geingob has opened up the gates for investors across the globe to capitalize on the development of the hydrogen and ammonia project in Namibia, peddled as one of the key future fuel sources in the world. Linia Dishena compiled this report.
The project acknowledges the Harambee Prosperity Plan Phase 2 call to develop complementary engines of economic growth through the green and blue economy and attract foreign and local investors, as Namibia is gifted with sufficient world-class solar and wind resources in the Karas region. The head of state conveyed the invitation during the launch of the project and handover of the Harambee Prosperity Plan Quarter 1 report ceremony in conjunction with his 80th birthday celebration at State House on Tuesday.
My task was just to come and tell the world that Namibia is ready to do business. Namibia has been an open society in inviting investors to invest in this country. But now, ladies and gentlemen, please allow me the honor to declare this request for proposal officially that I'm launching now. It's now being launched officially.
At the same occasion, National Planning Commission Director Obeth Kanjothe said preliminary estimates indicate that Namibia's annual production of green ammonia is in excess of 2.5 metric tons, which can generate over 11.9 billion Namibian dollars in 6 months.
The Green Hydrogen Council you appointed not so long ago under the chairperson of the Director General of the National Planning Commission has by now met several times since, while the Buttressing Green Hydrogen Technical Committee meets more frequently as we pedal and push the agenda and roadmap to the Conference of Parties later in November, COP26.
Still staying with the presidency, President Geingob has justified why politicians, including himself, have breached COVID-19 burial restrictions, saying they are not equal to ordinary citizens.
Geingob was responding to media queries at State House on Friday. The violation of COVID-19 regulations has become a normal occurrence, particularly at state funerals, which are attended by at least 100 people, including cabinet ministers, army officials, and family members of the deceased. Geingob was dumbfounded as to why the public thinks they are equal to politicians.
If you have a president who has a security, they follow him or her. Are you going to count those people who are doing their essential duty? So maybe that's why I didn't explain properly. Or family, there are 10 people who are coming to mourn, but family members in the house, are they going to count them? Maybe we didn't clarify that issue too.
Previously, COVID-19 funerals were to be attended by only 10 people, which was on Friday changed to 50 people. But in the case of the late Ovaherero Paramount Chief, Advocate Vekwi Rikoro, who succumbed to COVID-19 on 18 June, these regulations did not apply as he was only buried a month later.
Now here we had a case of a chief on Bara with special culture, with rituals that has been done. Now, although the law, I say maybe it must be 10, and people come with the culture and rituals that has to be honored, that culture says, the tribe, the culture says, it must be done. Now, as a law implementer, I'm looking at the law as it is written and circumstances of the case. So we said we will withdraw our legal practice. We're not going to be part of it. You are saying you have your culture, tradition, it is done that way.
Dr. Panduleni Itula, the leader of the Independent Patriots for Change, says the party has achieved a lot since its establishment last year, albeit much still needs to be done. Erasmus Shalihakwe compiled this report.
Itula made these remarks on Monday while speaking at the celebration of the party's one-year anniversary in Windhoek. He highlighted that 3 months after the party was launched, it managed to field candidates in all 21 constituencies who went on to contest in the 2020 regional council and local authority elections. The party managed to win seats in 37 out of the 57 councils across the country. Some of the party members are now regional councillors and part of the National Council. The IPC president added that many people joined the party because it provided them with hope, especially young people who truly believed in the party and continue to do so because they believe it will be the party that will form the next government in 2024. He further added that Namibians who have never thought they will become politicians are now at the forefront of efforts to clean up the corruption in their towns and villages.
Your talk Roundup is up next, followed by a trip to the marketplace.
Wherever you are on Planet Football.
You can go anywhere in the world, but nobody feels football like we do.
And they sing, they dare to sing.
It's a rhythm.
A 1-2.
1-1-2. Football.
La football.
Soccer.
1-2.
That moves us.
Salah to settle in. There's no feeling like that feeling.
It's so nice, it's so nice.
Nothing compares to DSTV's unbeatable football offering, so stay connected to watch the best football on the planet.
And now, a look into the world of business and economics. Cabinet is set to discuss the restructuring process of the financially troubled Agricultural Business Development Agency, AgriBizDev, in the near future as the country strives to attain food security. Once more, Linia Dishena compiled this report.
Over the years, AgriBusDev has courted controversy and has been embroiled in various allegations of corruption and mismanagement, which have landed the company in court for, among other challenges, struggling to pay suppliers and its employees' salaries. In an interview with Nampa in the capital on Monday, Minister of Public Enterprise Leon Jueste said the restructuring process will be discussed at the next meeting of Cabinet's Committee on Public Enterprises without indicating when exactly the meeting will take place. On the same note, Minister of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform Kalesh Laidwan on Monday said the coronavirus pandemic has called attention to countries' need to focus on producing their own food and reducing food imports. Hence, government through agriculture is focusing on securing food sustainably locally. He noted that the restructuring of AgriBusDev is called to ensure food security, as the agency has failed to run and achieve the capabilities of the green schemes effectively, stressing that the land and infrastructure are available and therefore the potential is there. Equally, AgriBusDev Managing Director Berfin Atindi pointed to maladministration as the main reason for the entity's colossal failure.
An accountability report relating to how the 8.1 billion Namibian dollars set aside to soften the impact of COVID-19 was spent remains unavailable. Edward Mumbu Jr. compiled this report.
There is equally no accountability report for donations received by the government from different organizations and countries in the wake of the global pandemic's outbreak. This conclusion could be deduced from Prime Minister Sarakuhongelwa Amadila's response on Friday when she was quizzed by journalists to provide intricate details into the 8.1 billion Namibia dollar stimulus package that government committed as an economic response against the pandemic. Kuhongelwa Amadila was quick to note that at a later stage the Office of the Auditor General would look into government's COVID-19 expenditure and donations.
My advice would be that these be taken up with these institutions or with the political leadership in the sector, being the Ministry of Finance or even with the Office of the Prime Minister, but we want to get the details. It's difficult for us to just generally decide that we are going to waive the requirement of submitting financial statements, because if we do that, it may generate unintended negative consequences.
Sources close to the fiscus, speaking on condition of anonymity, confirmed that a comprehensive accountability report was being prepared and should be ready by September. Local economist Omu Kakuyaha Metundu said there was never an 8.1 billion Namibia dollar stimulus. Simple arithmetic shows that the effective package was about 2.3 billion Namibia dollars. The others is monies that government owed to businesses, and the loan guarantees depend on the loan decisions by households and businesses as well as commercial banks' assessment.
We'll be back after the business and economics roundup.
We were born for this moment. For every rise, every fall, to make the impossible possible. To create moments that inspire and live the thrill of excellence.
On the grandest stage of all.
Forget the past, for the future awaits. This is that moment we've all been waiting for pride, for country, for you.
Brilliant performance that was.
The Olympic Games Tokyo 2020. It's go time on GoTV. Love it.
Welcome back. It's time for a sports update with my colleague, Joey Gosses.
Thank you, Michael, and welcome to Sport Planet. We commence with women's football. Tura Magic's women's football team will use the upcoming inaugural COSAFA Women's Champions League as an opportunity to advance matters pertaining to the Namibian girl child in the world of sports. Marco Nglovo, our sports journalist, compiled this report.
This was revealed by the club's chairperson Isak Hamata, who said Namibian women deserve their space in the world of sport as evidenced by their recent exploits in various disciplines. Hamata added that the tournament also presents opportunities for Namibian players to get signed by professional clubs, while Namibian football has a chance to find partnerships with other teams at the tournament. He added that as a club, they've also learned a lot of things during their engagements with the Namibia Football Association and COSAFA as they go about the logistics of the tournament. Hamata called upon the nation at large to rally behind the club, saying the exercise is a costly one and the club will need in excess of $1 million Namibian to fulfill this commitment. Tura Magic was drawn against top-seeded team Green Buffaloes of Zambia and Black Rhino Queens of Zimbabwe in Group B on 29 July in South Africa. The tournament will take place from 26 August to 4 September in Nelson Mandela Bay, South Africa.
In Olympic news, Poland's Anita Wodacek won a third straight Olympic gold on Tuesday, dominating the women's hammer throw final and further cementing her status as the greatest of all time in the event.
The world record holder shrunk her first attempt into the net but recovered for her best performance of the season, launching a hammer 78.48 meters in the fourth round to become the first woman to win an individual Olympic athletics event 3 times in a row. China's Wang Zheng took the silver on her final throw of 77.03 and Poland's Malwina Kopron finished with the bronze. American Diana Price, the 2019 world champion and podium favorite, after producing the best throw of 2021 in June, could not find her power during the final, finishing 8th overall.
Your sports roundup is next.
Getting GoTV was the best decision James has ever made. See, James has always watched football wherever he can. Sometimes it got awkward. It was never really comfortable. And finding a good place to watch became more and more difficult, not to mention costly. Traveling for his games took its toll on James until he discovered something big. Now that James has GoTV, he can finally enjoy the perks of home ground advantage. Good for you, James. Get home ground advantage with GoTV. With superstar players competing in the world's biggest leagues and cup competitions, you'll be spoiled for football choice. So get and stay connected to GoTV for the best football season yet. GoTV. Love it.
That's all the news we had for you this evening. We thank you for tuning in. Give us a thumbs up and share. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe. Also, click on the notifications bell to stay posted with the latest happenings locally and globally. Catch us again tomorrow for your installment of Primetime News. From myself and the entire crew, wishing you a good night.